What is up, my bamboo shoots? Rambo Panda 1 here, and welcome to the latest episode of Road to Diamond. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be covering the SMR, and I'm not a big fan of this gun, I'm going to be completely honest now. It did take me, it's probably the longest gun so far that's taken to get to gold, you know. It really wasn't a fun gun to use, and I'm not really a big fan of it, but this setup that I'm going to show you today really brings out the strengths of this gun, I think, and I made it the best usable class that I possibly could. So let's get straight into it. So of course we've got the SMR, and the two attachments that we're going to be running on this are a target finder. Now the reason we're running a target finder is because I think the iron sights on this gun are one of the worst. I really despise the iron sights where it has three sort of peg looking things and then a big iron circle surrounding it. I really hate those kind of iron sights, and that's exactly what this gun has. So to get rid of that, we've got the target finder on it. This gun, I think the target finder is great for this gun because it highlights them, and because it's semi-automatic, it's really easy to pick them up with that over something like the red dot. So instead of just using your preferred optical sight, definitely go with the target finder. Then for our second attachment, we're using the grip. This gun I found really difficult to use without using the grip. Now I tried a combination of a select fire and grip, and that's good, but just the rate of fire when this gun has select fire, how slow it is, I really don't think it's worth using an extra point to get select fire on this with the grip. So grip and target finder are definitely the two attachments that you'll want to be using on this gun. Then for our first perk, we have hardline. Hardline is just there to get our kill streaks quicker, get our kill streaks sooner. Either hardline or flat jacket I think would be perfect for this gun. Ghost, because I'm really stationary with this, I don't think Ghost is something that I'd want to be using. So definitely either hardline if you're going for those kill streaks, which I am a lot of the time, or flat jacket. Then for our second perk, we're running scavenger. I find myself, when I do actually go on the streaks with this gun, I find myself running out of ammo a lot quicker than most guns, so that's why I've gone with scavenger for this gun. Then for my third perk, I'm using engineer. I'll say it once, say it again, engineer definitely the most useful perk in this game, either that or dexterity, and I don't really see the need to use something like dexterity or extreme conditioning when you're using something like a assault rifle. Then, since we're using scavenger, we want to make the most use out of the perk, so we've decided to use a lethal and a tactical grenade on this class. Our lethal grenade is the Semtex. Again, the Semtex is just such a great piece of lethal equipment. You can just throw it, and wherever it lands, it will detonate in a few seconds, unlike where we have the grenade, standard grenade, or something like the combat axe. Another thing that I would definitely consider switching out for is the C4. The C4 is just great, so whether you want to plant your objectives or you know where enemies are and you want to throw it towards them and just double tap X to instantly get those kills. So definitely take your pick between C4 and a Semtex, whether you want the range or a more devastating explosion. Then for our tactical piece of equipment, we have the concussion grenade. All round a great piece of equipment, and just so much easier for getting those targets to stay still when you're just trying to pick them up with the MSR. So definitely go with a concussion when you're using the SMR. Now with this class, we've decided to go with a secondary. Now I've give you guys two options for this class, whether you want to go with A or B. Now the SMR works really well when you are doing something called head glitch, and head glitching just gives you an advantage to be able to shoot your opponents, and a semi-automatic gun like this definitely has more of an advantage when you are head glitching. So that's why one of my first recommendations for a secondary weapon would be to go with a wildcard overkill and then put an assault shield as your secondary. This just gives you your own portable head glitch that you can use throughout the map. The second that I recommend you use, and this is the one I'm more fond of, is the BT3R with the laser sight attachment. Those are the final, whichever one you decide to use will be the final 2 points on your pick 10 system. The reason I like to run a secondary like the BT3R is just because this is a semi-automatic gun, and you may come into contact with close range enemies. You may also want to run something like the dual wielding Cap 40s if that's your thing. But anyway guys, that's my recommendation for the SMR. Final thoughts on the gun. It's not a gun that I'm going to keep on my class. I just went out of the way to get the gold camo, so of course I can get diamond camo for everything else. But this is definitely not a gun that I'm going to be using on a day-to-day basis. But anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to leave those like ratings, comment down below telling what you thought of this gun. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button above the video to keep up to date with all the other videos I post. Again guys, this has been Rampanda1, and I'm out. Peace. Thank you for watching.